Hello, this is Jeff Disher of OpenAutonomy Incorporated. Today I'm going to do a quick demo of our new public beta that we've got, of the distributed social network we've set up, social network and cloud computing environment. So the one thing to note about this is that anyone with an email address can set up an account, but all of the accounts are deleted every day at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. So there's the usual sort of thing, terms of service, privacy policy, you should go through that, but I'm going to assume that I've already done that and go ahead and sign up. So just to show you how this works. So everything's done by having an email address. Actually, I'm just going to copy that because I'm going to need it again in a minute. So once you sign up and have agreed to everything, then you go to this login page. Now this is the one where you'd actually bookmark this. So what you end up doing is everything on this demo server is managed just by authentication through email. Anyone who was using a different installation, which was compatible with the rest of the platform still, they could actually do the local login any way they want. You could have like username, password, biometrics, something like that. It would just work. So now we're going to log in, and for that we use the email address. So it says, okay, it sent us an email that we can use to log in. Now at that point, you can go to look at the mail. Just take a moment. There we go. So now we've got that. Click this link and it'll actually do the login. So it says, this is the first time you've been here, so we're going to go construct your identity. Now, the thing to realize about OpenAutonomy is that it's based on the idea that there's an identity and then a bunch of applications. The identity is you, and it's how you interact with other identities, but then applications are all connected to your identity. So you can extend the capabilities that you have through that mechanism. And it doesn't even have to be on the same server. You can have applications that are on different servers, or even applications that are native apps that don't even have web presence at all. So this is all just basic debug data, not important unless you're actively trying to figure out some problem. And when you're done, click at the bottom, open the identity. So this is how you start out. This is what everything looks like at the beginning. Server messages for an app that tell you basic things about what's going on. The formatting here is a little weird just because I've scaled the screen down to make it actually capture really nicely. But normally that would look better. So we're just going to do some really simple thing here. Note up here, normally what you see is in this top left corner that's who you're currently logged in as. And this first little well here is usually the owner of this application or identity. We're going to change that so it looks like something more meaningful. So first of all, notice down here, this is the list of applications. They provide different capabilities and they can do different things, but they can also interact with each other. So we're going to demo that in just a moment here. This is sort of a normal list. This is in case you're using pre-trusted tokens are used for like native applications that you want to connect to your OpenAutonomy identity. But the first thing we're going to do is go to storage. So storage is basically just this is how you do the management of your kind of cloud hard drive in the sky sort of thing. So I'm going to upload this file here. So it's just a basic picture that I was using to test something while working. So upload the file. So now it shows up, this is slash whatever, it looks like any other hard drive you'd see on a Unix system or something, and we're using still pretty much 0% of the storage. Every user by default gets 64 megabytes of storage. So now we've got that. We'll click here to go back to our identity. So now I'll show you why I did that. See, these things update to say that's changed. I'll go to the appearance, and from here, this is how the appearance actually provides the capability to show what you look like to this server, but also to other servers if you log in there with this identity, which I'll talk about in a later video. So first of all, select the image, because this shows what's currently in storage. So this is that image. Say, okay, that works, I guess. And give us a nickname, a demo user, and the catchphrase is just testing, we'll say. Then we go update appearance. So now, let's take a moment, and you can see this has actually changed. Now it's a demo user that I'm logged in as. The demo user owns this application. So further, you can see that will update on other servers where you might be logged in as well, because this is, again, a distributed system. another example of how these things interact is the social application, which is usually just how you can post content up here, which can be seen by other users who have friended you, things like that. Pretty standard stuff for if you use a social network or any of those related applications. But you can see that it's also, when I change the appearance application actually dumps information into social to say, this thing happened. So that way people can actually comment on this or what have you. And also, by default, all the social apps start with this I've arrived thing, so everyone can actually see the user created a social app. But that's the pretty basic starting point there. You can see this is where that catchphrase shows up. And of course all the applications are listed here. This is kind of the very basic, just to show you what it does. I'll go into detail about the specific capabilities in later videos that actually talk about things like how to do things like watch or add other users to your friend list, manage security groups, and do things like remote login or creating new applications, things like that. There's a lot that can be done with this, and it's fully extensible. So this is only the tip. What I can show you with this is only the tip of the iceberg from what anyone else could build on top of the system, and it would all interoperate across servers wherever you are. So it would just allow us to do what we want. And also, of course, since this is highly friendly towards the hobbyist community, we're really interested in getting sort of appealing to that kind of mindset, the people who are interested in taking some idea and just seeing where they can run with it. One of the things about that is very much in line with the whole culture of OpenAutonomy is this whole server, it's actually running on a Raspberry Pi. So just to show that, yeah, you can put this anywhere and it should just work. Once we release the reference implementation, we really want to make it as versatile as possible. Unfortunately, that might make some performance trade-offs, but for small installations, it really won't make a difference. We just want it to work. And of course, any other implementation of the system would also be compatible. So there's no need for us to control any of this internally or force anything to be done one way. There's some basic protocols that control how apps interact, and that's about it. So, without further ado, I can log out here, and again, you see this is all locked down now because since I'm not logged in, I can't change these or see what they do. And that's it for this time. In a future video, I'll talk about how to use this to do other things. Thanks.